Our view on this matter has not changed. We remain convinced that illegal mining is not a mining activity, but a criminal activity. And it is a war on the economy. There can be no two ways about it. It is criminals attacking the economy. Precious metals illicit trade is estimated in 2024 to about 60 billion. That 60 billion is a leakage on the value of the economy of the country. It's a serious criminal activity. And it is quite important, therefore, that we focus on this matter and we actually ultimately break these syndicates that steal gold. It doesn't end up underground. So we support Valam Koti as a program of the police. I asked for permission to visit the crime scene in Stilfontein last week. I call it a crime scene, TG, because it is a crime scene. I visited it, and this question was raised, and I answered it simple. I said, if you go to a dangerous place, a mine that is neglected, you go and stay there for three months and you starve yourself to death, how does that become responsibility of the state? The Stilfontein gold mine, which is part of the Buffelsfontein Gold Company, which is owned by a Chinese company, is not an ownerless and derelict mine. It is owned by an existing company, and that company must take responsibility. The state intervened to facilitate the rescue operation as an interim measure, but that owner must take the ultimate responsibility for that disaster, not the state. And somebody from AXA wanted to say Department of Mineral and Petroleum should pay attention to this issue. And our view was that is correct. But the reality of the matter, for example, a government-owned Petrol SA, which is actually supplying jet fuel, was never given access to actual major airports. It is only supplying jet fuel in two small airports, that is East London and George. The others, the department and AXA have not given us the right to supply in those major. But we can report confidently that at this point in time, we are actually contributing in addressing that, and fuel is particularly transported from the coast to International OR Tambo Airport. So that problem is being attended to, but I'm raising the point that it's easy to point fingers, but if you don't create an enabling space for parties to play, you'll see that when there's a crisis. So the fact that Petrol SA is not allowed to bring jet fuel to major airports should not be made an excuse when there is a crisis.